live in downtown Los Angeles at the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising with Karen Hemsworth. Karen, what are you doing in LA?
I'm doing a 2.5-year course in fashion design, and I actually am thinking about continuing on for a 3rd year to do the Advanced Fashion Design program.
How have you been finding it so far?
It's very different. People in America are very different to people that you'll meet in Belfast, but it's definitely a very good cultural experience.
Why did you pick LA over Belfast?
I went to loads of different universities when I was trying to decide what school I wanted to go to, and I went to Ulster, and I didn't want to get more into textile, which is kind of the course that they offered. So when I started looking other places, I found here, and I was like, why not?
And do you miss home?
Of course, every day.
Karen, what experience did you have at home to make you want to get into fashion?
When I was 16, my dad actually heard on the radio that they were going to be doing Belfast Fashion Week, and he called me and was like, oh, well, what do you think of this? Da, da, da. And I ended up getting in touch with Kathy Martin, and she gave me the opportunity to be a runner during my first year. So I literally just ran around, did everything for everyone, and whatever they wanted I did, and worked my way up slowly for 5 years. And I actually ended up helping them with being backstage managers with the other girls. So I was just kind of the backstage manager's assistant, I guess, to help them do everything they needed to do and make it run smoothly. And I guess that's kind of the main thing that there is back home to do with fashion, so it was just a great opportunity.
Have you been involved in any fashion shows in Los Angeles while you've been here?
I actually have done one fashion show with the actual alumni from FITM called Natalia Romano. She did a charity event literally around the corner, and it was kind of one of those really different things to experience, because going from Belfast Fashion Week that doesn't really involve any designers to going to someone that's trying to break into New York and Milan and everything was a complete difference. But it was really fun to actually work with such a small group of models and see kind of what a proper designer show would be.
Who's your favorite designer from home?
Honestly, I do love Una Rodden, just because she's just a household name, so it's just something that I would love to achieve in life as well, so she's just very inspirational.
Is that what you want to do when you go back home, or do you want to stay in the States?
I honestly kind of haven't really decided yet. I guess I'll just see where everything takes me. You never know, I may end up somewhere in Europe next.
All the Vogues from 1938 to the current date. These are amazing.
Oh, they're just they're my favorite thing in the library.
How much time have you spent in here?
Honestly, this is where I do pretty much all of my trend research and stuff like that, so it's just kind of fun to come in when you're researching the 50s or 60s and come in and see the Vogues that are that old. So it's just kind of fun to see what their Vogues were compared to what we have today.
Do you get any inspiration from these?
Yeah, I'll actually show you upstairs. I'm doing a project based on the 60s, and I had to come down here and take a lot of books out and stuff and see shapes and styles that were popular then. So
it's all exciting. How long would it take you to make this?
Honestly, not that long. It's pretty simple, with the drape, it's just a few pin tucks. The skirt part would probably take the most, just because it's a lot of kind of awkward stitching to get the bubble shape. But apart from that, it's pretty...
This material is very strange. What is that?
It's more than likely an upholstery fabric, because the school has interior designers as well.
Karen, what are you doing here with your designs, and what are you making?
For this class, we actually had to do 4 different pieces: a skirt, pants, jacket, and a blouse. So the first project is to do a skirt, and we have all of these different kind of criteria, an invisible zipper. The skirt must be at least 18 inches, just silly things like that. But then you also have to put it towards a theme. So we chose 60s, so this is kind of where I got my inspiration.
So what material are you going to use for your design?
At the moment, for this little blouse that I was designing earlier, I'm going to use this little almost silk, but it's fairly sheer, so it's just going to be kind of a cute little feminine blouse.
So where'd you get this material?
I actually got it downstairs in the scholarship store, which is actually probably a lifesaver for all FITM students, because instead of going to a fabric store like Mood that sells fabric for at least $10 a yard, you get it for $1.